It started in a small American town where the school hallways echoed with laughter, whispers, and the quiet footsteps of a boy named Malik Turner. He was 16, quiet, polite, and always kept to himself. He walked with the calmness of someone who'd been taught patience since birth, but behind that calmness was strength. His father, a retired Marine, had trained him in self-defense since he was 8. But there was one rule his parents made clear: never use what we taught you unless you're in serious danger. Welcome to Silent Divide Tales. Make sure you like and subscribe because you don't want to miss tomorrow's story. Malik followed that rule like a commandment. Every day, he kept his fists unclenched, even when the bullies tried to provoke him. There was one in particular, Trent Miller, a tall, broad-shouldered senior known for his cruelty. Trent had a cruel grin and a deep hatred for anyone who didn't look like him. Malik tried to ignore it. He kept his head down, walked to class, and stayed out of trouble. But that day, things changed. The hallway was crowded, voices echoing, lockers slamming. Trent and his crew cornered Malik near the gym entrance. They pushed him, jeered at him, spat hateful words that made the crowd tense. Malik said nothing until Trent suddenly stepped forward and kneed him hard in the face. Everything went silent. Malik's head snapped back, blood trickling from his nose. Before we dive in deeply, let us know in the comments what country or which city you're watching this story from. We'd love to know how far this story travels. The impact of the knee sent Malik crashing against the lockers. His backpack hit the ground, scattering his notebooks across the hallway floor. A few students gasped, some stepped back, but no one stepped in. Trent smirked, proud of what he'd done, his friends laughing behind him like a pack of hyenas. Malik slowly raised his head, his eyes locked on Trent's. Something cold and steady flickered behind them. Not rage, but restraint. He wiped the blood from his nose and whispered quietly, "You shouldn't have done that." Trent laughed louder. "What? Gonna cry?" he taunted, pressing his hand against Malik's chest and shoving him again. "Go back to wherever you came from." Malik didn't move. He just stood there, breathing slowly, remembering his father's words. Control is power. A fighter without control is just another bully. But then Trent made his biggest mistake. He grabbed Malik's hoodie and yanked it hard, pulling him forward and raising his fist again. The laughter around them turned uneasy. Malik's patience, something he'd guarded for years, finally began to crack. "Hit him, Trent," one of the other boys shouted. Trent swung. Malik moved. It was fast, too fast for anyone to follow. Malik's body shifted instinctively, trained precision guiding him as his hand blocked the strike midair. The crowd froze, realizing suddenly that something had changed. Trent's fist stopped midair, like trapped firmly in Malik's grip. For a moment, time stood still. You could hear the hum of the fluorescent lights above, the shuffle of sneakers halting, and the low gasp of disbelief from the crowd. Malik's calm eyes stared directly into Trent's, his voice low and firm. "I said, you shouldn't have done that." Before Trent could react, Malik twisted his wrist just enough to break his balance. Not enough to cause real harm, but enough to make Trent stumble backward. Gasps echoed down the hallway. Nobody had ever seen Trent lose control of a fight before. Trent's face turned red with anger and embarrassment. "You think you're tough?" he barked, charging forward. Malik moved with silent precision. His father's training echoed in his head. Defense first. Always end it quickly, cleanly. Trent swung again. Malik ducked, sidestepped, and landed a light open palm push to Trent's chest, sending him stumbling into a locker with a loud metallic clang. The laughter was gone, now replaced by silence and shock. Even Trent's friends backed up a little, unsure what they were watching. Trent glared at Malik, breathing hard, his pride burning hotter than his pain. "You're dead after school," he spat. Malik didn't answer. He just picked up his book, straightened his bag, and walked away. But deep down, he knew it wasn't over. The rest of the school day felt heavy, like a storm waiting to break. Words spread fast. Everyone was whispering about how Malik had stood up to Trent. Some said he embarrassed him. Others said he was lucky. Malik didn't care about rumors. He just wanted peace. But he knew Trent wasn't the kind to let things go. After the final bell, Malik took the long way home, hoping to avoid trouble. The sun was low, casting long shadows over the empty basketball court behind the school. That's where he saw them, Trent and his two friends waiting, leaning against the fence like they'd been expecting him. "Well, look who showed up," Trent said, stepping forward. His knuckles were wrapped like he'd prepared for a real fight this time. His smirk was gone. His eyes were cold. No crowd this time. No teachers. Let's see what you got now, tough guy. Malik dropped his backpack slowly. I don't want to fight you, he said quietly. Trent circled him like a predator. Then this'll be easy. Sighed. The first punch came fast, but Malik blocked it cleanly. The second one grazed his jaw, a sharp sting snapping his patience. His father's voice rang in his head again. Only fight when you must. Only when you're truly in danger. Then Trent's friend came from behind, trying to grab Malik's arm. 3 against 1. Malik's chest rose, his fists slowly clenched. The rule was broken now. The moment Trent's friend grabbed his arm, Malik moved, swift, controlled, and precise. He spun, breaking free with a clean elbow strike that caught the boy's ribs and sent him stumbling back, wheezing. Trent rushed in again, fury in his eyes, swinging wild punches. Malik ducked one, blocked another, and stepped forward with a calmness that didn't match the chaos. He struck, one sharp hit to the stomach, another to the shoulder, then a sweep that brought Trent crashing to the ground. The sound of impact echoed across the empty court. Trent groaned, clutching his side, disbelief written all over his face. The third boy hesitated, but when he tried to charge, Malik sidestepped and used his momentum, guiding him to the ground without a single wasted motion. Years of disciplined training flowed through him, his father's lessons, his mother's calm, all merging in that moment. Trent lay there, breathing hard, the hatred in his eyes now replaced with something else, fear. Malik stood over him, fists still, breathing steady. I warned you, Malik said quietly. I didn't want this. The silence that followed was heavier than the fight itself. Then Malik turned, picked up his backpack, and walked away without looking back. His restraint had broken, but only just enough to defend himself. That day, the bullies never came near him again. The end, please. Like and subscribe for more rich stories like this. Comment below what city or country you're watching from. We'd love to know where our viewers are tuning in from.